Within days, business confused with the dollar exchange rates expected to rise in parallel market businesses are trying to figure out how to price things. The government created a committee to address how to reprice things for sudden value changes. We did hear from a group of very informed individuals that are part of this process. They're part of the release. They said the release is coming very shortly. What does it mean? Well, in this case, it means a couple of days. Releases are coming very shortly. It's coming. What I've heard since then, and these were extremely valuable people that were bringing this to us. The highest of the high, we are looking for a green light from Treasury / Wells Fargo to release this to us over the next couple of days. Let's see what happens over the weekend. We at point now that we expect Iraq give us a speech at any time now. Iraq Stock Exchange ranks first in the Arab world in trading volume for November. What are Iraqis waiting for after the news of the sudden suspension of the dollar sale platform by the central bank? That is a big deal, by the way. They've been talking about stopping the auctions for quite some time. This is their way of getting away from the dollar altogether, and by doing so allow them to win the international community. This is going to eliminate a lot of the criminality. I am hearing rumors from groups attached to Indian nations that they are being told to prep for imminent release. It could be within days. Similar mechanism are being reenacted to when Kuwait RV'd. Some Indian nations did very well when Kuwait revalued. This has me really excited. The Vietnamese dong has explosive potential based on that the world will now slowly turn more and more towards Vietnam for the things that they used to get out of China. That evidence has already been displayed in the last 6 years in their economy. If you went to Vietnam today, you'd think you were in Dubai. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for 4805, which is the Ministerial Council of Justice numbering system which talked about the federal budget. We haven't seen that opened yet for 2024, but we see that it's printed. We don't know exactly what the contents are. We're hoping the new exchange rate is within it. After they stop the auction, the nation of Iraq's currency has to be backed by something. It will no longer be backed by the American dollar. But with a basket, the other currencies can back up the Iraqi dinar. But that's not the best way for it to go. The best way is for the Iraq dinar to be backed by gold or by its assets inside of that basket, giving it the most power for all the other currencies. No doubt the currency of Iraq is not just backed by oil but by endless amount of things. Iraqi dinar falls a week before dollar selling platform closes. Quote, for days now, the Iraqi markets have witnessed a noticeable decline in the value of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar, expected the rise to be temporary for a period of time. After getting used to stopping the platform, and adopting the normal thing, the Central Bank of Iraq has expanded the basket of foreign currencies that can be dealt with and ended reliance on the dollar only. And this diversity will reduce the dollar exchange rate in the parallel market and raise the value of the Iraqi dinar in the future. Mr. Sami told me the only thing remaining, and we will see soon, is Iraq pegging from the dollar, and with the auctions closing it's just a matter of time when they're going to give lower notes. Frank, Mr. Sami is preparing you. He wants you to get ready. Question, what does your gut say, Mark? Marks, it says this year is still very much in play. I wanted to dispel some idiotic rumors that the contractors are being paid at an RV rate, and this time of $3.91 per dinar. Really? How is this possible? Simply put, it's not. They are not trying to covertly implement the RV slowly behind our backs. The CBI told us many times already they would be upfront and straightforward about the process of the RV. Television is talking about the discussion for adjustment to have a new exchange rate. Can you believe that, Mr. Frank? Every day they tell us they're going to give us a new exchange rate. You know why they're telling us they're going to give us a new exchange rate? They say since the auctions are stopping. Frank, tell Parliament to move over, the cash cow is coming to an end. It's coming, that's all there is to it. The economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Salih, revealed a new vision for investment in materials in Iraq. Iraq Stock Exchange ranks first in the Arab world in trading volume for November. Trading volumes achieved a growth of 131.24% during November 2024 compared to the previous month, thus topping the Arab financial markets in terms of growth rates. Salih told Euphrates News that what the economic policy in our country is looking forward to is thinking outside the box and providing sustainability in the current account surplus of the Iraqi balance of payments through investment expansion in natural resources, manufacturing them and making them ready for export in a way that provides returns that help establish a sovereign wealth fund. He added, the most appropriate model is to generate a sovereign wealth fund, directing its investments towards internal opportunities, and according to a different vision, since our country is ninth in the world in terms of the diversity of its natural resources in the ground and first in the world in terms of the concentration of wealth per square kilometer. The leader of the Al-Fatah Alliance, Adi Abdul Hadi, confirmed on Saturday that America has doubled its forces in Ain al-Assad in 3 months. Abdul Hadi said in an interview with Al-Maluma, the American media machine reveals from time to time the nature of the increase in forces in Ain al-Assad in the west of the country, although Washington hides any information in this direction. He added, the number of American forces in Ain al-Assad has doubled in 3 months, and this confirms that everything it is promoting about its intention to leave Iraq is just ink on paper, and it is playing its tricks through lies. He pointed out that America does not want to leave Iraq and is exploiting all the cards, but popular pressure is what will win in the end because its presence represents a danger to the country's security and sovereignty in light of its cooperation with the occupying entity. It is noteworthy that the Ain al-Assad base includes a large number of American soldiers in addition to heavy equipment and aircraft landing strips. On Friday, the member of the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan, Burhan Sheikh Roof, confirmed that there is no real will to pass the oil and gas law and legislate it in Parliament, despite the existence of an agreement in the state administration coalition to legislate it within 9 months of the beginning of al-Sudani's rule. Sheikh Roof told Al-Maluma, the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan seeks and stands by resolving all the problems between Baghdad and Erbil and passing the oil and gas law by the House of Representatives. He added, there is a need for an oil and gas law and finding solutions to the oil problems between Baghdad and Erbil according to the legal and constitutional frameworks and in cooperation and coordination between the federal and Kurdish governments. He explained that the delay in approving the oil and gas law is due to the lack of a real will to legislate it, despite the existence of an agreement within the state administration coalition to pass this law within 9 months of the formation of al-Sudani's